My name is Dr. Guy Bragg. I'm a retired dentist. I had an office down on north in Utah for a good little while. My family moved in this area, about around 1946, 1947. This place used to be the old Frederick Douglass High School. Right here at Cumberland and Cary, on the other side is a large playground. During that time period, there was only, Frederick Douglass, Dunbar, Carver, maybe Solace Point. There were only about 4 black high schools in the city. So if you wanted to play ball, you made these squads. You were bad. You were super bad. At the end of my first year, that's when they decided to move up to Grand Falls Parkway. Right? So it was great for me at the time because I only lived a couple of blocks down the street. I go walk to school. This is the block that I grew up on. This is my old house. We got here around 1946, 47. My mother stayed here for about close to 70 years before she passed, unfortunately. It was a great area, great neighborhood, and still trying to fight some obstacles that are going on around here now. But this block is a great block. This street here, you wouldn't recognize it now. It's all paved and so forth, but years ago, these are all these cobble bricks and stones down here and streetcar tracks. Just like train tracks, streetcar tracks. That's where the end of the line for old number 18 streetcar was. Right here is the health department. Back there, it was the car barn. All the streetcars would go right into that barn there. And they get to the end of the line, you go hear them changing the seats from back to forward. Seats were set one way if you're going forward. Now we're going back down. So they would change this seat back to this way so you could sit the other way going back. So that's what they did, so you could always hear shoom, shoom, shoom for the people that are going back down. It was great, yeah, because right on this corner I think you had 3 different buses. I know you had at least 2 that you could get on there and go right there and go down all the way downtown. Okay, you didn't have to go a whole lot, even if you didn't have a car, whatever, you could always get on the bus there or whatever and take it in, take you back, North Avenue. Pennsylvania Avenue was the Mecca. I guess from top to bottom, you can walk all the way up to where Pennsylvania intersects Fulton, all the way down to what is now Martin Luther King. I forget what it was at the time. There was entertainment, there were clubs. There were clubs, there were businesses, and you had everything you wanted right there on the avenue. You can go in clothing stores, you could go in department stores. There's a department store down there, Baker and Bacon, Pennsylvania. There was one called J.J. Brill, there was another called Tommy Tucker. I don't know why I remember these names there. The movies, had the Regent Theater, great big theater, big marquee. I guess at my age it looked larger than it was, but it was a huge marquee and had all the latest movies. You came on up right on the corner of North Avenue in Pennsylvania, you had the Met Theater. Then across the street at that time, which is now the Arts Social Club, you had what we call the Morgan Theater. Now that was theater that my sister and I laid out at because they knew us, we were in there so much, they knew us. And being that we were only a block down the street, we go to the Morgan, and it was time for dinner. We said we had to go to dinner, and they said, that's all right, come on back after dinner, we won't charge you. That's how well they knew us. The entertainment area was the drawing power. People from all over come to Pennsylvania Avenue. I think really the jewel was the Royal Theater. The Royal Theater was what we call the last stop on the Chitlin circuit. I think it started in Chicago. I think the name was the Strand. And then they went to New York, the Apollo Theater. Philadelphia, I forget that name, but the Royal was the last stop. You'd hear all the music on the radio of the latest songs from Chop Chop Fisher and Hot Rod, and they would give you the latest music by the latest doo-wop groups, and know that they get ready to come to the Royal. Following weeks, you couldn't wait for these groups to come down there, you know, and they had the picture, the motion picture, may start at a certain clock, a certain time, and after the picture, then the stage show would come on. That's where everyone was ready. Oh, you had maybe about 6 or 7 acts on the stage show, plus a big band of talented musicians, you know, and you bring in these acts that some people only heard about history. I know about them because I was in that area, you know. The famous jazz artists that unfortunately a lot of these young people had no knowledge of today. The Charlie Parkers, you know, and Miles Davis. All these people came to the Royal. Billie Holiday, Sarah Vaughan, you know. I mean, that was something to look forward to, you know. I was sort of devastated when they tore down the Royal. I mean, the Royal was the place, and you had the entertainers come through. Right across the street on the corner was a black hotel called the York Hotel. That's where the entertainers would stay. They would stay there, or maybe if they knew people in the city, they could stay in home, because obviously they couldn't stay at other hotels. And it was just a family type thing. Maybe, you know, you could get to meet some of them, you know, if you were in that particular situation. James Brown, Stevie Wonder before, well, as he was beginning to get famous, but before he got to the status he is now, gosh, Little Wilson Pickett, Little Willie John, I could just go on and name them. All the doo-wop groups, because I had a little doo-wop group also, but we didn't get to that level. We did cut a couple of songs, but that was about it, you know, so we never got to the Royal, but that was something to look forward to, and the musicians were top flight.
Why should we break up? Why should we part? Let's try and make up. Try to bring the start. Don't go. You know I love you so. Why should we break up, sweetheart? We had a trouble. Let's let it pass. Bygones are bygones. Our love should last. Please say you'll stay. Don't go away. Why should we break up, sweetheart? Don't give my bracelet back to me. I don't want our friends to see. They want to know the reason why you're with another guy. Why should we break up? Let's both be wise. After it's over, we'll realize our fight that night just wasn't right. Why should we break up, sweetheart? Hey! Don't give my bracelet back to me. I don't want our friends to see. They want to know the reason why you're with another guy. Why should we break up? Let's both be wise. After it's over, we'll realize our fight that night just was